remained a fan after seeing that?
Yeah, pretty amazing. So I think Bowie and Longy over there are quite impressed, and it's been a cool day in SA.
Pretty impressive last night. Was that your, as a collective, best performance of the year?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely be up there, obviously. It's early in the year, but to play a team like Sydney, obviously we know they're going to be up there at the pointy end. So to come out with the 4 points and have a really strong team performance was super impressive, and no doubt will hold us in good stead.
Your effort obviously looked really solid. That seems to always be there with you guys. But tactically, you just need to get it right. You took away their strengths. Is that what you're sort of most proud of as a team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've got a great coaching staff, and each week they prepare us so well, so it's on us to go out there and implement everything that we sort of go through during the week, and we were able to do that, which was awesome. They're a really skillful team, and they want to possess the ball, and we thought we were able to get it into a live game and stop them from doing that, which ultimately led to us getting the result we wanted.
Ned Long's been in and out, but he took his opportunity last night. How impressed have you been by him and what he's been able to do?
Yeah, massively impressed by Big Longy. He's been amazing all pre-season, and he's really earned his opportunity. Probably could have played every single game this year, 4 quarters, and he's stuck at it, been super persistent, never dropped his head when things haven't probably gone his way in selection. So it's great to see him get the reward, play 4 quarters last night, and really put in a performance that can kickstart a great career.
What does he do to change the midfield look and tactically in the centre square?
Yeah, he's so good just in the contest. I think that first possession stuff for us, and just his tackling and pressure, his two-way running. I know it's early days, but I think he can be one of the best two-way midfielders in the comp soon enough. It's a small dose, but I think he's going to be a great player for us.
Harry Merriman's two-way running is great as well. So to have blokes who really charge hard and let you sort of drift further afield is pretty good.
Yeah, Harry's awesome. He's played multiple roles already for us this season, and he's so happy to do that. He's such a team-first guy, and I think we saw that last night. He goes and plays at half-back and can lock down a player or can play in the midfield for us, and as you said, such a great two-way player. So very fortunate to have him at the club, and I think he's thriving.
Are you noticing a bit of the old Magpie commentaries dropping off with every performance? We're not hearing it as much.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I think they give us so much experience and wisdom. I know, being a younger player and speaking to Longy and a few of the lads, we love having them around. There seems to be this push to sort of move people on in our game, but we want them around as long as we can have them. If it was up to us, we'd be playing with them for another 5 years. So they're special players, and week in, week out, they perform for us.
Steele in particular just has a real spring in the step at the moment. Is that good summer, new role? Is there anything you can see why he looks right back at the top of his game?
Yeah, probably just a new role, opportunity to play in the midfield. He's been on the wing for us, I think, playing under Fly the first 3-4 years, and he's really relishing that role in the midfield. He's so tough, as we spoke about before. He's a two-way running midfielder, and he's just classy as they come. So he's hitting the scoreboard, and he's been super important for us.
You know they'll tag you at times, but so how important is it to get on top of a Jordan at times so you make coaches think twice about potentially how much they lock down?
Yeah, no, we're sort of going to games expecting it, but I think the thing with us, as we just touched on, is there's so many players in our midfield that can step up and play a really important role for us. So by taking out one of us, whether they tag me, Pendles, Sidey, Pez, there's so many of us that we think the other 3 or 4 midfielders will step up and get on top of their midfield. So they might take one of us away, but I think ultimately we can win the battle.
And I know your GPS was great against Bedford and your cramp and stuff, but do you feel like 5-6 weeks into the season though, you really are at the top of your game in terms of your running power, so you can blow off some of those tags? Yeah,
no, for sure. I think my running's increasing each week, and I'm feeling really good. My body feels awesome, which is obviously the main thing, and I think there's so many ways you can get around a tag. Also, one thing is to learn new roles, and I feel like I can play a bit more forward at times too, which just gives the opposition a different look. So just coming back to the team, pressuring high, and as long as we're winning, I'm happy.
Is there anyone you've reached out to, like to talk through the tag, or any other former players or people in your inner circle that you speak to sort of talk about it, that you can brush them off?
Yeah, there's been a few. I'm very fortunate at the club, people we spoke about before with Pendles, Sidey, superstars like that, but to be honest, it's probably something that the media talks about more than us. We don't put too much attention into it, we don't focus on it too much. I think everyone out there last night has an opponent, so it's something that we don't really focus on.
How important to stay fresh through the season? So you come here, Gold Coast for a couple of days, you've had some weird different breaks and all those sort of things, but you feel like, it gets you to those early rounds with early wins?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important to start the season strongly and sort of bank some wins. We weren't able to do that last year, and we sort of learnt our lesson later in the year, but we started the season really strong, and I know the boys are super motivated, in a great frame of mind heading into Brisbane next week. But we're very lucky with our high performance team and our coaching staff that they allow us the time off when needed, and we feel really refreshed when we come back to the club ready to train.
Just on that, it looks like you're getting back to that premiership chemistry, like you're all getting on well, celebrating, sort of fitting together. Are you feeling that? Not that you completely lost it last year, but it looks like a good place to play at the moment.
No, exactly. I feel like you said it pretty well. It feels like we did have it last year too, just when the results probably aren't going your way, it doesn't seem to get shined a spotlight on as much. But no, we feel really good. We're a tight-knit group, which is amazing, especially over these 10 days when you're sort of on the road the whole time. We just love spending time with each other and love seeing each other flourish in new roles and playing well as a team. So no, it's an awesome culture and environment to be a part of.
Just a comment on Jamie Elliott ahead of the 200th game.
200th this week? Oh, he's been a superstar, not only for the team, but he's been amazing for me also, just seeing his humility. He's taken me under his wing right from the start, sort of trying to learn a bit of forward craft off him. I think he's been one of the best small forwards for a while in the game now, and yeah, just a team first guy. So super pumped to celebrate him this week.
And just Dan Nick Daicos as well, coming up against his old mob, and had a really good run in it this year after some missing the premiership. Just a comment on him as well.
Yeah, he's been super important for us to start the year, sort of playing a bit in the second ruck and really getting him up the ground. And it's not all goals for Dan. He competes so well for us, brings the ball to ground, such a presence long down the line too. So when he kicks goals, it's a bonus. But I think what he's doing around the ground for us is as strong as he's ever done it for us. So we'll get around him this week, knowing he's playing at the Gabba again, and hopefully he has a great game, which I'm sure he will.
Any message on Geordie since last night? Is he chomping at the bit to get back?
Yeah, he's super pumped. I think with Geordie, it's sort of one of those where you've got to hold him back from himself a little bit. He wants to get out there. He wants to play last night if it was up to him. So we've got a really good high-performance team, as he said, and physios that will no doubt make the right decision on him when he's ready. And it's just on us as a team to keep sort of ticking over while he's not there.